Hello students, I am Vimal Saloth from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the lecture series of Automotive Manufacturing Processes and Technology. In this session we are going to discuss about three topics from the welding chapter, that is TIG welding, plasma arc welding and MIG welding. So let us start with TIG welding. TIG welding is short form of tungsten inert gas welding. The equipments which are used for this process are inert gas cylinder. In this process, argon or helium is used as inert gas. Function of inert gas is to prevent the contamination of welding zone from the atmosphere. So generally argon or helium or sometimes carbon dioxide may be used as inert gas. Next equipment is tungsten electrode. It is non-consumable electrode. In this process, the arc is taking place in between tungsten electrode and workpiece. Generally, tungsten has comparatively higher melting point as compared to other metals. That's why tungsten electrode is used. Next equipment required is electrode holder, which holds the electrode and it will travel along the welding zone. Then DC power source. Generally DC power source is used because it provides comparatively more stable arc. Now let's see setup and operation of TIG welding. So in this diagram you can see it is argon gas cylinder. Here it is electrode holder. Cut sectional view is shown of this electrode holder so that we can see what does it consist inside it. Tungsten electrode is shown by this black color, and surrounding to this electrode helium or argon gas is passing and gas passage is shown by this yellow color. To initiate the process, it is necessary to connect electrode holder and workpiece to the power source. As we discuss, generally DC power source is preferred, which provides comparatively more stable arc. So arc is initiated in between electrode and workpiece, and when this arc passes through the air in between electrode and workpiece, the air gets ionized and arc will be established. Shielding gas will provide the envelope which always protect the welding pool or welding zone from the atmospheric oxygen, because when metal is heated there is a chance to produce metal oxide. So to prevent the production of metal oxide, here helium or argon gas is used as inert gas, as it is not using any flux. Now across the welding zone, the welding torch will travel and it will produce the necessary welding. In this photographic view, you can see welding torch which is used. It is an assembly and these are the details. So it is tungsten electrode and always it is non-consumable electrode. Now let's see what are the advantages of this process. So it can be applied almost to all metals and their alloys. Comparatively, it creates very clean and high quality welding job. It doesn't require any flux or slag. No smoke or fumes are generated, and it is possible to produce welding in all positions. Disadvantages of this process is hand and eye coordination is necessary, high skill operator is required, and filler metal is required and it is supplied separately. So the deposition rate is comparatively slower, or we can see and we can say that comparatively it is a slower process and it produces brighter UV rays in comparison. Next process is plasma arc welding. The similarity between TIG welding and plasma arc welding is that in both of these type processes, non-consumable electrode, that is tungsten electrode, is used. The limitation of TIG welding is that comparatively it can be used for the material which has lower melting point. But in case of nickel alloys or some cobalt alloys, the melting point or melting temperature is very much higher. So in that case, plasma arc welding is used. So first of all, what is plasma? Plasma means it is a mixture of energized atoms, ions and electrons. So here two types of gases are used. One gas will be working as plasma gas and another gas will be working as inert gas, which will be helpful to prevent the welding zone from the contamination. Setup is shown here. So in center, the electrode, tungsten electrode is shown by this red color. Surrounding to this electrode, the plasma gas is passing. It is shown here by this white color, and surrounding this nozzle is shown by this pink color. When the plasma gas passes through the nozzle, it will possess very high kinetic energy or it will be having high velocity. And in nozzle, shielding gas is surrounding to the nozzle, shielding gas is provided. Now, there are two types of the process. One is known as transfer arc process, another is known as non-transfer arc process. Let's see both of these process. So here electrode is connected to the negative terminal and the workpiece is connected to this positive terminal. Now let's see transfer arc process. So it is a setup which is used for the transfer arc process. Now in case of transfer arc process, the arc takes place in between electrode and workpiece. So when both of these electrode and workpiece are connected to the power source, the arc is produced and the gas which is passing through this passage, when it comes in contact with high temperature arc, it will be resulting in a plasma of the gas. So now it will be a mixture of ions, electrons, and it will be having high temperature. Generally, the gas, plasma gas, has temperature in the order of 28,000 degree Celsius. So when this plasma gas passes through the nozzle, it will be plasma jet. It is shown here by this yellow color and it possesses very high kinetic energy. Filler metal is used separately. It is shown here and it is a welding zone which is required to be welded. As in case of gas welding, here also plasma arc welding can be used for welding purpose or for the cutting purpose. Now in case of non-transfer arc process, the difference is that the positive terminal is connected with this nozzle. So the arc takes place in between electrode and the nozzle, and the plasma gas, this gas, when it passes through this passage, it will get ionized and it will be converted into plasma, but comparatively it will be having low temperature. So non-transfer arc process can be used for comparatively thin material, whereas transfer arc process can be used for comparatively thicker material. So it is plasma arc welding process. Next process is MIG welding. Full form of MIG is metal inert gas welding. Now let's see what are the equipments. So it will also require inert gas cylinder. Here also argon or helium can be used as inert gas. Then consumable electrode. As compared to TIG welding, here the electrode which is used is consumable. So depending on the parent material, the material of electrode, or sometimes it is known as a wire also. So depending on the parent material of the wire is selected, as it is necessary to feed this wire continuously at the welding zone. Wire drive unit or wire feed unit is also required, electrode holder and DC power source. This diagram shows the setup of the process. So here it is gas cylinder, then it is welding torch. This reel is wire reel, and wire is fed continuously through this wire reel. So it is a dry unit for the wire. Wire is being pulled through this dry unit and it is fed to the welding gun, and through welding gun it is supplied to the welding zone. So continuously it is fed at the welding zone. Here also DC power source is used. For the same reason, it will provide more stable arc. So when electrode holder and workpiece is connected with DC power source, the arc will be produced, and the wire which is used here, it will be melting and it will be producing the necessary welding action. Now let's see the comparison between MIG welding and TIG welding. So first point for MIG welding is that in this process consumable electrode is used. In TIG welding it is non-consumable electrode. In case of MIG welding, always electrode is itself, it is a filler material, but in case of TIG welding, separate filler rod is required. In case of MIG welding, material of electrode depends on the material of parent metal or the metals which is required to be welded. But in case of electrode, in case of TIG welding, always electrode material is tungsten. Then for MIG welding, electrode can be fed for the longer time duration, and in case of TIG welding, frequent replacement is necessary because length of tungsten electrode is limited, so it will result in intermittent welding action. In case of MIG welding, filler deposition rate is higher, but in case of TIG welding, as filler metal is supplied manually, comparatively it has lower deposition rate. Quality and appearance of weld bead is not yet much very good as compared to TIG welding, but comparatively in case of TIG welding it will give very good appearance and clean welded joint. Thanks for watching.